Hey, we're live and welcome back to the Bill Gregg Open 1v1 tournament. I'm Chrono JJ and we will be watching Shelty versus Kimo in round 2 of the double elimination stage, the losers bracket. So whoever loses this game, they are done. Done for the game. Or done for the tournament. And we've got Shelty, who's been playing a little bit of Norse, a little bit of Egyptian, a little bit of Atlantean, I do believe. And Kimo, kind of a variety of different gods he's been playing. A little bit of Egypt. Shoot, I forget the other ones actually. Maybe I should have looked ahead or something. But Kimo got himself spanked in round 1 of the double elimination stage by Joe to the point where somebody might have thought maybe it was on purpose. Shelty, meanwhile, put up a little bit of a fight against Matreiuss, but ultimately couldn't get through it. So yeah, this is no spoilers. This is a little bit old. This is a little bit old, my man, Ace Man. So I'm behind on real time here, so no spoilers in the chat. But my randomized map set it's a nice set, I think. We've got Anatolia, which is the river, not no, Anatolia, watering hole, Arctic craters, Blue Lagoon, and then Marsh. So I do like Arctic craters. I think of all the new maps, that one might be my favorite. But I have had few questions. People have asked, wanting a little more information about the double elimination stage. So I'm going to show the brackets. This is up to date through what I've streamed. So if you've got a few you want to catch up on, maybe, don't look at the brackets, turn the sound off or whatever. But if you don't care, here's the brackets to kind of show you how we got here. So this is a double elimination stage. This is the first round up in the top. We had these matches. We're looking at Kimo, who got slaughtered by Joe. We're looking at Shelty, who got beaten by Matreiuss. And now we go to the bottom. Shelty and Kimo, the winner, gets the pleasure, if you could say that, to play against Player, the number 1 seed, who got beat by Scotty. So even if you win this, you've obviously got a long way to go to make it to the finals. But you know what? Go big or stay home. That's the word on the street. But we're gonna get right into this game here. River Nile on supremacy. Yeah, actually thinking about that, the game would have been much faster if we would have played supremacy. He's talking about a game we played. If you're not paying attention, I played a River Nile game the other day on stream, and it was kind of a train wreck. But who cares about that? We care about Shelty versus Kimo. I think it's going to be a great series. Oh, let's get in. As always, we've got a list of 5 games. There may or may not be 5. Hello, Nico. But we're going to get started right on game number 1, which is going to be on Anatolia. So I always like to predict the gods here. I think we might see Shelty as... Whew. Man. I think we'll see Set v... No, he'll go Zeus. I don't know. Zeus v Isis. Oh, I was right, but the other way around. Oh my goodness. So we have Kimo as the Zeus player on the red color, and then we have Shelty on the top in the blue as Isis. So I thought it would be Kimo as an Isis, considering he's primarily an Egyptian player. I thought we'd see Shelty as the Zeus, but no. Incorrect was I. Let's just get this chat over a little bit here. There we go. And we're looking at Anatolia. Ooh, almost lost a Villy there. That was close. Anatolia is a really good Isis map. Zeus is still good, but of all maps in the game, Anatolia is probably Isis' best map. We got Shelty docking on the bottom, and we've got Kimo also docking on the bottom. Seems like he's maybe a little, I don't know. I know the Pharaoh empowers faster, but For some reason, I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe the dock should be done by now. I don't know if there was a delay and he was on the granary first, but maybe it's just me and I'm just wrong. But I feel like there should have been a dock already. But who knows? Tower of Cestus makes towers 30% more range pierce damage and 10% more melee pierce damage. That's if you get that special tech. It's actually a nice relic for Egyptian. Oh man. Zeus v Isis, but the other way I thought it would go. This is cool. Right. Making a second dock on the bottom. I've been seeing a lot of the Isis players doing this. It seems like in the past I've always seen the second dock get put on the top. But instead it's getting put on the bottom, and that's been pretty regular throughout the tournament from the Isis players. So maybe they know something I don't. But normally I would think second dock should go on the top, but you know, whatever. This map makes their giblets tingle. Alright, well, we could go with that. I like Anatolia. I really do. I think it's a cool map. It's a good design. You always got the golds in the middle. This is actually a really nice gold mine for Anatolia. Not often you see it spawning like this close. Usually it's in the middle, like past the cliff line. But here's the other relic. Villagers 10% cheaper. It's okay. The question is, where is Shelty's second town center? There's a few gaps. Could either be up here and maybe down here. We've got this cliff here that's kind of affecting things. I'm thinking it might end up being up in here, but we'll see. Yeah, Egyptian is pretty decent on this map because of the cheaper docks. Really, you could almost, well, it's not all Egyptian though. It's mainly Isis and Set, because they also get easy map control. Like, Ra's okay, because you can kind of take advantage of the fact that Ra has little to get early map control. But definitely for Isis, or to some extent Set, you know, the map control that you can also get just for Isis gets Ancestors Eclipse, which is crazy good, and Set gets Animals. We do have the second docks coming in on the top. I'm sure we'll see a fast heroic from Isis. That's pretty standard play. You'd try to be getting like a 7:30 to 8, yeah, maybe an 8, yeah, 7:30 to 8 minute advance. The Zeus kind of has a variety of different things that he could try. We've seen a few different things in this tournament, I feel like. Could get like an early second town center and try to take, you know, harass the initial Migdol placement. Could do like a semi-quick fast heroic up through Dionysius to get the Hydra. We are seeing Hermes coming up for Kimo. So a ceasefire instead of restoration, which tells me he's probably even more so going to be doing like a quick age up. Oh, getting on the priest here. Okay. Oh, the priest is not, Shelty's not noticing this. This is weird because this should be making an alarm bell go off on Shelty, and he's going to lose his priest for nothing. I mean, he could retreat and probably make it home. Zeus is a lot worse than Isis. I wouldn't say a lot worse. I think you underestimate Zeus's power on this. I would agree that Zeus is worse, but I would say slightly. Zeus can do some things on this map. We saw a player absolutely demolished. Who did he demolish with an early Athena rush to wipe off one entire side of the water? Who did he smoke? It was the... Oh, he smoked Hell's Ravage, didn't he? But that was with Athena. Now we're up Hermes here. Hello, Mystic. Good to have you along. Kimo's the better player. Probably. Probably, but tournaments and random Voobly games are completely different. I'd say like as far as raw skill, probably. But as far as tournaments, Kimo's never really played tournaments before. Okay, so we've got the centaur just sitting here. We've got the first hero coming out. Do we have a black? There's the armory. Okay. A little bit of nothing. So generally, generally you get the per sign up right away. That's what we see for both. You used to see a little bit more harass on this, but over time it's kind of become just... There's the bolt on the Sphinx there. Over time, actually, Shelty's making quite a bit of cabinets here, which is a little bit more than normal. So he's going for a slightly delayed age up. Not terribly delayed. And we do see Kimo getting a second town center. And interesting that he went for the back one and not the front. Normally you'd probably get the front. Magic's pretty busy with life, I think, these days. I contacted him, obviously, way back before the tournament started, and he said he'd be too busy to play, so... Got things going on. Prosperity used. That's a lot of Billies in on that. And where are we looking at for an age up? He actually wanted to get this armory up a little bit faster, because we see he has the resources to age up now, but the armory isn't quite done. Meanwhile, Kimo is happy to, looks like, just sit on water and really do nothing. Take a second town center, and he'll probably be doing a heroic soon. Yeah, there comes that. And now he's making a few boats. Needs to make sure these don't get really caught out. Yeah, retreat, retreat. People always improving. Yeah, I mean, they're both inactive. I mean, I think if you had both of them come back like they used to be, they would still be the best. But people are improving. And now we have, okay, now we have them up 45%. We've got barracks. We've got, not quite yet, getting Odysseus out first. Yeah, Kimo will be aging up just a little bit slower. This kind of fought off the aggression. He should really be on garrisoning his boats, though, and getting some fish in. And, you know, I kind of wonder if this is worth it for Shelty, you know, putting all these resources just to get some idle fishing ships. Where's he aging up? Okay, he is aging up with Dionysius, so we'll be making some Scylla, I would think. We have Shelty going forward. We're going to probably plop his Migdal right around here. Oh, watch out, watch out. Well, the Centaur's just going to go bye-bye. Jason just kind of wandering through. I mean, even though, I mean, you're not going to get much value out of your Centaur at this point. It actually is delaying the Migdal for a little bit. But not too much. So, what we got? Yeah, the boat's sitting here doing nothing. Boat's coming forward. We do have the Leviathan, which actually doesn't get a lot of love, I feel like. But it has a high attack and a ton of hit points. It's a good myth unit. Actually has quite a few more hit points than even the Scylla. Slightly worse armor, but pretty good. Leviathan is strong. I'm actually just comparing it. The Leviathan is stronger. He has more attack, quite a bit more hit points that one head does. And oh, we got the heroes here. You really don't want to lose the heroes like this. Okay, wandering off, but a lot of damage done on Jason there. Now grabbing the front town center. It does. So sometimes I'm not really sure why it displays a % lower than what it really is in the game files. I'm not sure why it does that sometimes. But yeah, it does have 70%. Oh, I don't know why it does that. Okay, got a little bit of pressure on. There's this gold mine here. Quivers to the thought of them returning. Kimo seems to be a little bit behind the military production. Actually, quite a bit behind. And what has he got? He's still got 2,600 gold left, but yeah, he's way behind on. Is he like? No, he doesn't. He's not banking resources. Does have 3 town centers. He does have the second fish upgrade, as does Shelty. Shelty doesn't have any siege though, so he kind of has the military. Well, not kind of. He does. Oh, watch out for your Scorpion Man though. Oh, you don't want to lose him. Oh, he did. Oh man. Not aging up. He did spend the 800 resources on fortified town center. Skill has eaten up quite a few spearmen here. Would have been nice to see that Scorpion Man get healed instead of just wasted. And again, we have a stalemate on the water. I could actually see at this point, I think it would be value for Kimo to make another skill on the bottom and take over the water, or at least force off. And like we see, this is a little bit I think these boats have been idle for a while, and there's really no reason. 6 boats idle in this. We've got a nice raid here, and you get no reaction at all from Kimo. And losing 1, 2, 3 villies. Now he notices 4. Oh, okay, 5 villies, and it kind of hurts to lose them that close to your town center, especially when you have an army like just a page away, so to say. But is on this gold mine, and now he comes forward with his Skilla. Chariots are still doing some damage here. I have to fight off the rest of the units. And now we have Ancestors Eclipse. I mean, it's... You get the... I don't know if you really get much value out of the Ancestors that way. Because you don't have any siege. Just 1 siege tower. There's the second one. But like, he won't really get any... I mean, the Ancestors will help clear out units, but you need kind of the siege to follow up it, because otherwise you don't get any pressure off of it. And yeah, I agree. There should be more siege. It seemed like he was really slow to get his siege camp up, or siege works, and now we've got a few more. But Kimo does not have very many units, and he has no gold. He's actually idle off of this one. And this is his only gold mine, and these 9 vills aren't enough to keep up Hippocon production. And that's what he needs to kill these units, but he can't afford to keep it up. I mean, the Toxotes are not a good choice. Chariots are really good against Toxotes. I mean, they don't really get any bonus, but they have, you know, a lot better mobility and all that, and more range, I think. Yeah, a lot more range, 5 more range. Might force out the ceasefire right around now. There's a gold mine here he could potentially use. And the chariots will... Are they going to check this gold mine? Shelty knows it's there. I mean, he should know there's villies here because of this walling, and he's going to come up to the gold mine. And now we have the ceasefire. He needed that because... Oh, I didn't even... It's already up Thoth as well. Okay, now he's out. It seems like Kimo's, like, economically has not been as good. I mean, look... Yeah, look at his, like, just right now. His, He's got 1,400 food and only 86 gold. And how much gold do you got on this? It's still 1,600. Hello, Invert. Yeah, Kimo, I think he is. No army, not mythic. We still got meteor that could come down. I'm not sure why his eco is so bad. It might be just the fact that he only has the first line of eco upgrades. Yeah, Shelty's got a lot of eco upgrades. And then we've got... He had a lot of idle boats early, and then it seemed like these were idle for no reason. And yeah, Kimo does not have the army he needs to defend the chariots here. You know, probably see Meteor. Yeah, he had a ton of fish idle. Now we have bronze. We've got 3 siege boats, and we've even got the monument. I think was to probably stop the bronze, but it has so long of range. But yeah, this is, you got the chariots mowing down the villies, siege towers mowing down. Shelty didn't even need to use meteor. Yeah, you're right. The potential lightning storm too, but we know, though Shelty doesn't, that Kimo's not close to advancing. He's at pop now. He has a decent army now, but he'll have a really hard time getting this town center up. No armory upgrades. Would like to see Pierce armor upgrade get. Well, he's gonna. Is he just gonna do a random? I don't think you use meteor like this, because it's not gonna come close to killing the town center. Oh, yo. Sorry, I guess I should show it. Got a lot of the. Gotta stop the villies from mining there, but yeah, Zach, I'm gonna have maybe 4 more games to go on here. This is a best of 5, so we might see more. But again, we've got Kimo losing a ton of villies down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and more. Now the Hippocon are coming in, but too slow. And Kimo's. I want to move him for him. He's still got idols from that meteor, and now he has absolutely no eco. He is aging 55%, and now, I mean, he just has no eco though. Yo, what's up, Blossom Goose, with the 11-month subscription? Look at this guy. My 2nd most faithful follower, I do believe. Oh, his chariots just got melted. But still, Kimo. The problem with Kimo is that he just has no eco, and Shelty could, you know, suicide units forever, and as long as he keeps his town center down, he's doing fine. So, Shelty seems like he's done well here. I mean, Kimo really didn't ever put much pressure on him, so in a game like that, it's fairly easy to do well. Got these elephants. Where's the lightning storm? Alright. Clean up the chariots, but now the only target. So you had to use it about here because of the monument. So only else things you can target is just this. And now it's not even shooting anything. So a very, very low value lightning storm. Still cool though. I mean, God powers are cool. Let's be real. God powers are pretty awesome. But yeah, Kimo can, yeah, there's nothing that he can do here. At this point, he's just so far behind. 96 popped at 140, and that is it. G game 1 to Mr. Shelty. Game 1. So a Zeus v Isis. Shelty put on pretty well played Isis here. I mean, it is Anatolia. Isis is really, it's kind of hard to mess up on Anatolia, but I think overall the strategy from Kimo wasn't poor. Just seems like maybe some poor execution, and his economy just didn't seem like it ever got, yeah, just never really got, because he thinks Egyptian is weak. So we haven't seen a lot of Egyptian from Kimo lately, because, again, he doesn't think Egyptian is very good. But when did they play? They played a little bit ago. This was maybe like a week ago, actually. I'm a little bit behind. He wants to see what Shelty does to beat Zeus on this map, so he knows how to beat player. I don't think he needs that. What are we looking at? We're going to upgrade our state of the game here. Shelty wins the first game as Isis. Kimo loses as Zeus. I mean, Kimo didn't play... Oh, I didn't update these maps in the middle. Dang it. Let's fix this. Anatolia. Watering hole. Arctic craters. Blue Lagoon. If you go to Springer, if you go to the Discord, there you can see all the scheduling and stuff. Albeit if you'll get spoilers if you don't know what all the results are. But yeah, you can go on the Discord exclamation point BGO in the chat. BGO. Get that. Oh, I need to get the win. Where's the win up here? Order up to the top. So Shelty wins the first game against Kimo. Isis v Zeus. Next game is Watering Hole. Who sent Kimo to the losers? It was Joe sent Kimo to the losers. Shelty lost to Matreiuss. Here, let me put this in. This will get you the Discord link. I don't know when the next games are. I don't know the results of some of the maps from over the weekend, or some of the matches from the weekend. So I was going to stream them probably, next day or two. So yeah, that'll get you the scheduling and stuff. But let us move on to game number 2 on a Watering Hole. And we'll look at the post game a little bit. Kill death ratio, mostly even, but Shelty aging up faster, getting a little bit more value early on, getting that town center down, just a better economy. This Kimo is just a little bit behind. And did Kimo ever get any... No, so you need to get Pierce Armor. That's the very first thing you need to... Well, I mean, not the very first thing, literally, but Pierce Armor against the Egyptian is very important. But game number 2 on a Watering Hole. So what will we see? I think we'll see Shelty set. And Kimo, I mean, Kimo's been doing some strange god choices so far. What does he play against? I'm almost positive it's Shelty set, and Kimo, maybe Kimo would try a Ra against the set. We'll see. Zeus again. So we've got Shelty on the left as our set player. That was a pretty obvious choice. And then we've got on the right Kimo as Zeus. So Kimo not the greatest with Zeus at the beginning. But in the first game. But we'll see how he does in now a land map against the set and not the Isis. Nice people except for Ismare. Well, you always have that problem, Tenet. But what makes set an obvious choice on Watering Hole is the ability to convert animals. And Shelty is looking for not zebras, but like a water buffalo or a rhino or an elephant. And you're Brazilian. You aren't the problem person in Unit 3, are you? Why does Kimo scout the side? I don't know. You would think that yes, he would go to the middle and try to get on the priest, but what little does he know is that the priest hasn't found anything. Like Shelty got a little bit maybe greedy, not using vision, so that he can try to just wander across some hunt. And he hasn't actually wandered against anything he wants. I think it's all up on this side. Hello, Colby. Yeah, it's been a little bit. Oh, see, now he sees the... if he were paying attention, this elephant has wandered into line of sight, which he could convert. Priest going to Kimo. Yeah, he got close. He was like right up here. And now Kimo, will he find the priest? I mean, this is a really late first advance. Oh, is Kimo gonna find the priest? I thought he was gonna head that way. He's got this hyena. Oh, so close. No, not. Okay, he sees a Villy coming forward. Will the Villy lead him to the priest? Maybe. What are my thoughts on the XFL? I'm kind of done with football for the time being. Alright, so he's... Oh, he finds him. Okay, he's got the priest. Will he bolt, though? Will he save the bolt for later? I think you still bolt at this point. Because later on when you're thinking, what... I mean, the bolt early on, while even if it's just as silly of a unit as a priest, I mean, the value builds up over time. I think maybe he's thinking because it's so late now at 253, he's just going to build his... Probably build Jason soon, though he does not have a temple. I don't know why you wouldn't bolt it. My only thought could be that because it's as late as it is. But I think you still get value out of it. Yeah, because yeah, it lets him convert. I mean, I don't know why he's still converting a hyena at this point. Yeah, Kimo isn't... I mean, he's been playing a lot of gods. I mean, Zeus isn't his main. But, I don't know why he's picking Zeus. Maybe he's trying to, you know, kind of flex a little bit when with his off god. And in work game 1. Boy, this is some really poor hunting here, too. I mean, I guess he's giving his Villy some exercise, but this is not the kind of granary you want. Okay. Yeah. So, Set is good on Watering Hole because Set gets, you know, conversions of all the animals. Set will grab an early town center. Really could get either one of these two. Probably would just get this one because of its proximity to these elephants. And then get a nice second town center and then move on to a pretty solid fast heroic time with 2 town centers. The scout knows about this. He did run past and see line of sight of that, but yeah, we've got the hero valuing the villager harassment there. Cyan is already declaring this a win for Shelty. 54% up. We've got top at 440. And we have vision used now. This is... I think he's doing it to scare Kimo away. Kimo really doesn't have to retreat like this. Like, this vision usage has really scared Kimo from getting... He's afraid of shifting sands on his Villies, which he has to be because he doesn't have line of sight of what's going on in the base. So he kind of had to do that, which is kind of funny, you know, just that usage of vision caused, you know, 15 seconds, you know, a little bit more than that, 20, 25 seconds of idle Vil time, just because of that. And yeah, he did force off that priest before it got an elephant conversion, which is pretty big. Shelty coming forward on the hunt here, and then we'll have more hunt there. Kind of surprised he didn't just eat the elephants first, but Kimo loses his centaur, but is pushing in on this hunt here. We'll need to get just one more whack on the Wadjet. Odysseus misses from long range, but Jason finishes it off. And yeah, I think we might see Shelty. Oh, a shifting sands just to get Odysseus. That's... Oh, trying to path block and kind of doing it, but she just wanders out of it like a boss. But Jason is dying on the other side. We do have a town center grab. And now a couple stable archery range. Odysseus can come back. Would like to pick off that priest before it gets healed up. Just a couple shots right now. Okay. Oh, come on, you shoot one more time. Hey, Kimo came from EE. Kimo is an EE player first, who moved to Boobly. So this proves, so far. Oh man, I don't know. Just one more shot on the priest here. Only 4 hit points. Gotta check your hit points of the enemies. Oh, and like right now, probably get on the Villy. That's low. No, but now Shelty will be hunting from the back. It's actually going to be getting a little bit of a slower advance than what he should. Shelty is. He probably should have just stayed on this elephant first, on this back elephant, rather than trying to be greedy and come to the zebra. 2 town centers, 2 town centers. Yep. Shelty is just doing the pretty standard set nonsense. Would like to see Shelty maybe wall that off. Relics, the Mithril Horseshoes. Plus 10% cavalry speed. And then the other one, the Eye of Horus, plus 2 town center pop. That's really good. Terraria. I used to play that on the Xbox. So yes, Terraria was released for console. Yeah, I don't know why you would scout the side first. That's a little bit odd. Why doesn't he empower Nair? I mean, he's really only got 1 wood cutter. But I don't know why he... Oh, lost the Pharaoh? He could have lured the elephant. I think their main spawn is right here. Yes, you can play on Xbox One. It's on the Game Pass, actually, if you get Xbox Game Pass. Yeah, you can play it on the One. Like, with where the elephant spawned, he could have gotten the elephants to be right here. So, again, just a little bit of a misplay. I mean, you know, it's when you think about it, just a little thing like this, having the elephant die here instead of down here, actually is fairly significant. In that now Shelty right now can't hunt off of the elephant, and he really wants to age up as quickly as he can. He is aging up Nephthys now, but a little bit of expense of his hunt. Oh, this is some bold hunting there. Yo, what's up, Ozone? Thank you. No spoilers. Terraria, Terraria's a little bit frustrating, though, I will say, on the console. The controls are obviously meant for PC, and it's just hard to get it converted over. But here's a little bit of a push on the Migdol. Just, again, a little bit of delay. Hello, Greek. Well, he's hunting down there because he's afraid of hunting from here, I guess. Kimo, man, if only Kimo knew, he could really punish that. Like, actually, with kind of the way Shelty worked his hunt, Kimo's not in a bad spot. He is going to be out of hunt. Kimo will be out of hunt soon. Oh, he's got these 2 elephants. He knows about them. I'm surprised he didn't. This is, what, 1700 food here? A little wants to try to get the Scorpion Man. No. And this worth it. I mean, I know walking time sucks, but I think you spend, instead of these guys farming, I think you send about 8 down here and you walk and you hunt. I mean, with the incredible speed of hunt compared to farm, is definitely worth it. So kind of surprised he's not. He's losing. Oh, lost another Hippocon there. Yeah, I don't know. I never played Minecraft, so I don't know if the controls are similar or not. But I thought it worked pretty well. I mean, it's worth it if you get husbandry. What do you mean? You mean hunting dogs? Definitely worth it if you have hunting dogs. Now Shelty will come down. Where's he gonna go? Much hunt here. Is he just gonna move to a gold mine? Yeah, it's worth it. Shelty decent eco. Kimo trying to wall this, but we'll be a little late. Not a big deal. Husbandry. Well, you know what? Let's take a look at husbandry. So husbandry, plus 15 carry. Doesn't tell me. Oh, there we go. Plus 20% villager gather rate, and then plus 30% herdable fat rate. This is a very important technology. It actually improves farming by quite a bit too. Um, okay, bolt on the Scorpion Man. Yeah, you should definitely wall here. The top end is a little bit more open for walling, a little bit harder, but should wall the bottom. So if Kimo can just hold long enough, he's been at 3 town centers. He just needs to hold long enough for those 3 town centers to start being of value and with a little bit better of an economy. He does have ceasefire yet. Kimo will want, or Shelty will want to get a few more siege towers, I think. Yeah, Fenris is pretty awesome. Do you advise a switch to playing to Voobly? I mean, it goes either way. Voobly is a little bit more hardcore. It's generally a little bit harder, I think, to find games on Voobly. You don't have the quick search. Status of Kimo's eco. Well, he's got the first line of everything. Not anything in the bank, though. And not aging up. And Shelty's aging up Horus. I think Kimo's economically is maybe a little bit behind where he could be. Shelty's really valuing just the strict age up. No heavy or medium hippocon either. And no pierce armor. Against ooh, these siege towers, you don't want to stop them. Oh, it's actually really big. So now Kimo just needs to fall back. Well, actually, no, well, they both will kind of mutually. Well, we've got Tornado. But actually, I would say even if he uses Tornado on this town center, as long as Kimo can age up Heroic reasonably soon, it wouldn't be the end of the world because Kimo could always get this back during ceasefire, provided that, as Cyan mentions, he doesn't snag it. Okay, here's Hippocon up. Age 3 Apollo. Hey, good to have you too, Gabe. Good to see you, my man. You finally caught me live. Okay, now we got the medium chariots in. How close is he to Mythic? Okay, he's pretty close. 90, 100% now. Will we see a quick tornado in? This fight's actually going pretty decently for Kimo so far. Shelty doesn't have much of an army left. I think we're gonna see tornado coming out on the town center. That'll kill it. No big deal. No big deal. Kimo needs to fall back though. Now this isn't a winning fight for him. So it'll kill the town center. I think he got the town center. Yeah, he did get the HP upgrade. Well, I think Kimo wanted to advance faster, but he had to make an army to defend. But now Kimo can just grab the town center back. He might not even need to use ceasefire. Well, yeah, we got all this coming. Oh, he needs to get on it before the Pharaoh starts it. Okay, now he's... You got the eco? Shoot, he was scaring me. Alright, now the ceasefire. Alright. Okay. Man, that was close. Oh. Still just the first line of eco upgrades, though. Kimo should not try to hurry up to Mythic. He needs to tech up in our Heroic right now. No, building does not decrease during ceasefire. Only just the, no plow. I guess he doesn't hunt yet. Cyan is just really hard on these players here. Just average players, he says. It's easy to pick apart players when you're watching them from afar. I don't think Kimo should try to age up. He's aging up Hera, but it'll be at the expense of his forward town center. I don't think he can hold it, spending 2k resources on an age up. And now we've got ancestors. use a little bit before ceasefire's out so we can get more ancestors out. But yeah, the Mythic Age, I don't like it. I think you get much more value out of maxing out your Hippocon and teching up. Because this is kind of the time where you get your set power push. Once the hunt's done and he's got a transition. But I don't think Kimo can hold this. No! Ozone, no! I told you already. No. It's the same. Please on the town center. Like if you have fortified, you might hold it still. Maybe. Maybe no, he's not going to. Yeah, that is really, really bad. I don't think he can retake it. Even if he uses Lightning Storm, what does it matter? Kimo has no eco on the backside to make an army. I mean, he's only at 85 pop. Now, here's the Lightning Storm. Man, it's just destroying the chariots. And ran out of steam. But he still doesn't have the army. Shelty, take a shower. And okay, well, he's just gonna call it quits right like that. But he just... Yeah, he had no gold. He's got no economy. And no, again, no... Not much for eco upgrades. Yeah, the Zeus, like... I don't know. I think he stay heroic there. I don't think you get much value. And again, for those of you just coming in, no spoilers, but now we do have Shelty is up 2-0. Twice he has defeated Kimo's Zeus. Kill loss ratio, pretty standard. Okay, yeah, just economically, how was Kimo? A little bit. See, I think he should be a little bit more ahead. Even at 3 town centers, he was behind in eco, or behind in villager count. That's kind of weird. Like he only got up ahead until the late. I mean, Shelty is outproducing despite aging up at this point. So I don't know. Kimo seemed like, again, just a little bit economically behind what he should have been. But let us update real quick our thing here. So we've got Kimo again as Zeus. Not so good. And then we've got Shelty as a set. And now we're going to move on to Arctic Craters. I really do like that map, so I think this will be fun. Arctic Craters, it's a new map. New map. Food seems to be the difference. Yeah, I mean, just economically overall, it was. I mean, yeah, that's what set will get all the hunt early on, but Kimo passed up those 2 elephants on the bottom. That's not so great. Kimo is Kimiyachi. I don't know what that is. I guess you'll have to tell me what that is. Unless it's just a fake name you're coming out with. But alrighty, so these guys aren't even lined up. This looks like complete amateur hour. But Arctic Craters, let's move ahead. Arctic Craters, I like it. What gods will we see on Arctic Craters? Maybe Shelty goes Odin on Arctic Craters? Shall we want? Yes. After the series, Jad and Ho, you come up here, run up here. You can run up here naked, and then I'll run around after you. But let's see. I don't know. I would think if you've won twice as Egyptian, I think maybe you keep it. I don't know. That's just me. Keep with what works for game 3. But I think Shelty will change and maybe go Odin. And I don't know. Maybe Kimo will. There, AOMEE. I'll tell you, there is no spoilers because I put 5 games for every series. You really think player versus Skady was 5 games? No, no. See, this is not spoilers. I do this for all my series. There are 5 games for every series. Maybe there are 5 games. Maybe there aren't. Maybe. Is it 5? I don't know. You never know. I already streamed all that. How can it be spoilers? Let's see. Sorry, man. Try not to do that. We're going to go to game number 3. Shelty versus Kimo on Arctic. Odin v Ra. Okay. So you did switch to Odin, and now there's Kimo like, okay, I'm going to start it off, and now I'm going to play my main god, Odin v Ra on Arctic Raiders. Well, sorry for the commentary there, guys. Maybe it was, or maybe it wasn't, But what do we got? We got Shelty up here on the Odin. He's blue, obviously. We're looking at blue. And Kimo down here is 2 is traditional Ra. Odin v Ra. We've got a great hunt has been used on 14 elk in the back. That is a lot of hunts. Now, I haven't seen too much of this map, obviously, because it's a new map. I wouldn't really know who it necessarily favors. Ship of fingernails, 24 free food a minute. Well, pick it up. Getting your marriage license tomorrow. Oh, man. Alright, we got the polar bears there. What do you do here as the Ra? 2 very nice gold mines here, actually. Spawned very nicely for him towards the back end. Very safe. And right next to each other here. Lots of hunt, though. Like, I almost think a semi-quick reg could work on this map. Because it is a wide open map, so it'd be hard. I mean, there's kind of 2 ways you can look at it. Because it's wide open, it can be hard to keep up all your villagers and not die as your Odin, not get overpumped there and get yourself raided over and over again. But at the same time, it's also hard to protect against the Odin aggression with the Ragnarok because of how wide open the map is. So you can't really wall it off really well, and then you also won't have, other than you're starting 6,000 gold, you could get gold starved pretty easily. So could someone link the loser bracket? I mean, if you put exclamation point bracket in the chat, but that'll also show the winner's bracket up through what I've streamed, so it would have some spoilers unless you're keeping up with my streams. Again, apologies to anyone that I may or may not have spoiled. A lot of relics here. Pelt of Argus. Ooh, more line of sight for units. I like that one. Plus 20 villager capacity. That's not so great. Got an Odin Ulsark coming forward here. Let's see what he's looking for. He's maybe trying to find all the town centers. Shelty needs to maybe make another ox cart here. And a little bit of idle wood time there. You can hunt on this forever. Yeah, I think if you're Shelty here, you do 2 town centers. Kind of do a little early harass on like the Migdal or whatever in heroic age. And try to do like a semi-quick rag. I think that could work here. And getting on the Villy. Okay, watch out, watch out. Because Kimo said the one thing about this map is that the town centers don't protect anything. Just in the middle of these things. Well, Staff of Dionysius should improve farming a decent amount with the way farming works. But on the downside, you do have to wait for your villagers to gather a ton of food before they drop off. Watch out. But yeah, the raw 2-town center fast heroic here would be a little bit weaker than normal. Because you don't get anything, if as far as defensively from your second town center. So we'll see if he does a 2-town center. Given that he's not aging yet, I don't think we'll see a 2-town center. He's just now hitting 530 is a very slow advance. And now we'll see what will Shelty do. I think you grab a town center. I don't think you do this. Of course, he doesn't know how slowly that Kimo is advancing, but I think because the early aggression is generally kind of slow, because Ra tends to be kind of boomy, I think you can get away with an Odin semi-quick Ragnarok here. I really do. But instead he's going to be making raiding cavalry. Got the Valk running through. I think Kimo stays at 1 town center here. Okay, a forest fire. Just to burn down some trees. I mean, I guess maybe Shelty's thinking he could potentially do like a wood block. Because, the next wood is up here. Since he burned that one down. But we'll see. Oh, Kimo is getting another town center. That's pretty brave, given the fact that it protects nothing with a slow advance. And Shelty will see this. I don't think he's going to have an army down here soon enough to stop this. He's trying to get in and slow down the Pharaoh here. Probably, come on, your Valk's fast enough that it avoids this, so pop the Pharaoh, there you go, delay it, then just run. Oh, keep him running, or her running, I guess. I don't think in time. No, the town center's gonna go up. Kills the Pharaoh, but just a little bit slow. He actually, if he would have sent his Herseer forward too, right away, he probably could have stopped that town center. Or, well, he wouldn't have stopped it, he would have forced out a shifting sands. I think he could have. So we're going to see a rain. Does he have all of his eco upgrades for rain? Plow, yes. Husbandry, yes. No empowerment. He's got empowerment over here. So no empowerment down here because the Pharaoh died. Really should have sent that priest down. And Shelty 1 town center for pressure. I don't like it. I really don't. The 1 town center pressure. Oh, Militilates. Hello, hello. The 1 town center pressure. It can work if you can do a gold starve. Oh, look at this gold mine back here, though. That is pretty nice for Arctic craters. In the corner, killed a Villy. Got it. Another one delayed. He should have prevented. He could, if. I mean, he wouldn't have been able to prevent it. He could have forced a he could have forced a shifting sands, but yeah, 5:30 is really late though. Yeah, there is a chance because I think Shelty is misplaying this a little bit. I mean, I don't think you'll get value out of these raiding cavalry because I think Kimo just builds a Migdal right here and then just makes camels. And like he can try to raid here, but all these buildings, it's just not a value. Like the first few units just to do a little harass maybe, but I think he just goes straight into town center grab and does a semi-quick mythic and does rag. Because I mean he's got hunt for days on this map. I mean look how much hunt he still has. And he could have really done like almost like a 3 town center rig. I mean, Kimo's up at 9 minutes. But I think Kimo can just, because he has 2 gold mines in his base, he can just build a Migdal in his base and stay at his town centers and go pure camels and punish Shelty. Because Shelty is aging up Nord. That's weird. You don't see Nord very often. I don't know if he'll try to go for like a Walking Woods Mountain Giant push on this town center. Because his Mountain Giant, you'd almost be worth it to delete the temple and rebuild down here. We do have the rock floating around, looking for a place to locust. Shelty's got, I think, his villies spread around pretty well. Of course, he doesn't have a ton of villies, actually. Okay, get some idle time on this gold mine here. Alright. Shelty will be up soon. Yeah, potentially, you're right. The shifting sands, but okay. See now the camels beat everything here. I think we are gonna see an attempt at a Walking Woods push, but this works if the mountain giant's down here. This is why I was saying I think it would have been worth it to delete the town center, or not the town center, delete the first temple and build it right here, because this just isn't gonna work. Because the camels beat everything. Because you've got the Pharaoh, the Wadjet gets an attack bonus against the trees because they count as myth units. You got the Crocodile in the back end just destroying the throwing axemen. First here coming forward, probably hop it into the rock. Yeah, there you go. And this is kind of the all-in push, really. And then you got your Mountain Giant just idle. But yeah, this is the kind of the all-in push, and the all-in is now all out. And now he's got a few chariots as well. And not looking good. Like, I guess I don't know why you would even make the locust on the villies. Yeah, it kills a few. 1, 3. Made an extra mountain giant, but I don't know. This mountain giant's and nothing else. And crocodile on the back end. Okay, killing the temple. Maybe get in on the town center before Kimo notices, potentially. I love the Mountain Giant special. It does so much damage. These throwing axemen, like, are almost completely useless against this. And these, I mean, what do you value getting out of your Mountain Giants here? Like if Shelty waits, has his temple here, builds a mountain giant right away, and attacks with 2 mountain giants and the trees, probably kills the town center. Now, would it be the end of the game and he wins? I don't know, because you'd still have all this gold in the base, but not that the game's over. Oh yeah, it is. Kimo's aging up, page 4, and Shelty's not close to aging up. Because Kimo will just tornado this, and then he'll just be up pop for the rest of the fights, and then there won't be any rag at all. See, it's kind of surprising. I mean, the players knew that these maps were coming ahead of time, and I don't know, I guess if I'm thinking ahead and what kind of strategy I want to do, I don't think I come up with the Nord one town center basically attack here. I don't think that's what I come up with is Shelty. Yeah, Shelty is trying to, I think, do a rag now. He's kind of banking resources, but doesn't have much gold. And oh no, he's aging up here, so no rag at all, which I guess he doesn't really have enough bills at this point to do a rag. But we're gonna have probably just a tornado used on this town center without a building upgrade. It'll kill it. Got the mountain giants just getting slowly knocked down by these priests over here. And they might club this guy to death. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, well, okay. Oh, nice little raid by Kimo. Now we've got Horus up. Yeah, he's just gonna use it on here. Should kill the town center. Market, that's not a big deal. Shelty just needed it to trade some resources, and yeah, town center down, and now we've only got one town center and losing a lot of villies. 105 pop to 133, and there's just no way Shelty's gonna be able to do anything. I know you got these throwing axemen randomly coming out. This Avenger is gonna destroy everything here. Man, the Avenger is so good against anything. It's not a hero. Really does a ton of damage. I'd like to see him get in on the throwing axemen and use his special. But yeah, this game's over. I think Shelty, it's just the wrong strategy. It's just what had happened here. The kill-death ratio has to be insane. I mean, we got Fimble winner just for kicks and giggles, I guess. I mean, it's all well and good. Get the random. They attacked the wolves. Why are they attacking the wolves? Or why are they attacking that boar? Well, GG, I guess. Just, man, I think they were, I just don't think it's, I just don't think it was the right strategy there. Maybe if he has that tempo forward, maybe. But even then, I think the safe thing to do here is just grab a town center early, maybe even a second one. Because you know you're facing Ra, that'll be a slow aggression. And just get a semi-quick rag, and then just take the town center, and then just take the map and gold starve. I mean, just. You can make it sound easy, it's obviously not. But I think that would get him more value than a a lower potential win off of basically what was a one town center Nord. But that is game 3, so we know that Kimo is not getting swept to Ruskied here. So game number 3. So what was that? That was Ra v Odin. So Odin and Ra. Kimo staves off elimination from the tournament, but needs to win 2 more in a row. Blue Lagoon and Marsh. See, I think Kimo, I think he stays raw the rest of the way. I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't have gone raw and watering hole. That's a really nice raw map, but like Blue Lagoon's a pretty decent raw map. And I wonder what Shelty would go. I wonder if Shelty would try a set on Blue Lagoon. I think maybe he will. I think we'll see a set v Ra coming up. My opinion. Alrighty. Set v Ra is my prediction. Ra v Ra. Okay. So Shelty thinks he can outplay the Ra. Whew, on Blue Lagoon. So we've got Kimo down here in the bottom right in the red. And we've got Shelty in the top left as the blue. The random god tourney, the problem with that is it's just so RNG. And it really favors just, I mean, yeah, it kind of is a little bit RNG there. Just, you know, what gods do you get? Because there's still, I mean, no matter how you're going to slice and dice it, gods, some gods are better against others. Now, Ra v Ra, this is a very fair map. Very fair game. Don't the AoE 2 is a completely different thing, though. The differences between gods are a little bit, or not gods, the civs are much more minute. But, I mean, we could go into the players on AoE 2 are also so much better, so it doesn't really matter. Both about pretty much doing the same thing. So the one cool thing about a Ra mirror is that pretty much anything can kind of go as far as minor god choices, which I always thought was kind of cool, because you can see some Bass Sekhmet pushes, which can work in a Ra v Ra mirror. Or you can see the more standard Ra 2-town center fast heroic with Ta into generally Hathor. But be interested to see, does Ra have scarabs? Yes, just talking about that. That's Sekhmet. AOM wasn't the base for AoE 3. I know they used the same engine, but AoE 3 was more, it was kind of its own thing. It was alright. I played it quite a bit. But, yeah, the Scarab Rush is pretty solid. AoE 3 was its own thing. I'm not sure which mechanics you mean. I mean, all the mechanics are pretty similar in all 3 of the games. I think with this forward hunt here, boy, Shelty could really grab this town center. Man, there's so many decisions to be made here based on... Kimo will grab this town center next. Shelty maybe... See, I think you go big here. I think you grab this town center as Shelty. That would open you up to, if Kimo were to do like a 1-town center Scarab push. I don't think Kimo will. But yeah, the thing about Ra is map control is always hard. I think the thing though, Greek, is if you get if Kimo goes Scarabs and Shelty grabs this town center, Shelty loses, because there's no way he can hold that. But I don't think Kimo goes Bast Sekhmet here. It's a bit of a gamble. But I don't know if Shelty actually knows about that. He doesn't. No, he doesn't. So, yeah, he won't go for it then. That's actually important to note. I'm glad I checked. So, Shelty won't get that. He's going to grab this town center. And I think we'll both see more just standards 2 town center fast heroics. And yeah, we have Ptah and Shelty up a lot faster, Ptah. But yeah, so with both of them going Ptah here, definitely if Shelty were to grab this town center, that would be huge for him. Gigantic. But I don't think he doesn't know it's there, so there's no way he takes it. No way. He'll go over here. What kind of eco does he have? Like, he should be ready to grab this town center right away. He's kind of... Oh, he's doing 1 town center? Maybe? Oh. 1 town center with Ta, though, does not give you the pushing power you need. If you go 1 town center, you do Bast. In this situation. I don't think there's any reason to do 1 town center Ta in a raw war on land. And Kimo will grab the second. Yeah, if you're going to do 1 town center, you do Bast Sekhmet. I mean, you could potentially try a Gold Starve, but Kimo could have basically get to 115 pop with the Migdal with his starting gold. And that would be even. Yeah, Dr. Phil does watch AOM. He comes on my stream once in a while in between scene seasons, or show seasons. I really think this is suboptimal. The 1 town center. I mean, it's a quick advance, 650 advance. But I don't, because he's not even going to get any rain out of this. He's using his own rain, I think, to stop Kimo from raining. But he's giving Kimo benefit anyway. Like, he's just using the rain because your rain doesn't benefit the opponent as much as the opponent's rain does. So Shelty is up a 640 advance, but I think he's going to try to get a locust in when the rain's done. I think he'll try to locust the farms as soon as the rain is over. Almost positive that's what's going on here. So he knows the town center's here. He's going to have to sit on this for 9, 8, 7 more seconds. Well, maybe he won't. So Kimo will just use Ra right away. And Kimo's just getting a huge eco. Slow advance, but you make the siege workshop first here. You get more value out of your getting a few extra siege workshops so that you can push through the tower and crap here. Random targeting of the village. Park your chariots right here. There you go. I think oh man, you can get some more chariots here. Yeah, Shelty's only way he can win here. The villagers are going to kill the Wadjet. We had the Wadjet versus Wadjet down at the bottom. Shelty has to do a full-on gold starve. Has to. But he's got 3 gold mines he's got to look at. There's a gold mine up here, which I don't know if Kimo knows about. Kimo knows about that. But see, Kimo, because he's so far ahead economically, can... Oh, the Locust on, okay, the town center. It kills a bunch of farms. Oh, Kimo is getting the gold gathering right now. Shelty's got a few low HP chariots. And why don't you kill the priest here, huh? There you go. Oh, is Shelty gonna notice this is going to be big? Oh, it's in line of sight. It's in line of sight. Come on, go, 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 go. Red doesn't have an army because he's just now aging up. Oh, what are you doing? You have to gold block. And he sees this, but he doesn't see it. No, it's big. That's so big. He saw that at 0 hit points. And it's gonna get up, and then this is gonna give Kimo his access to the gold mine, and now if you don't gold block, this is nothing. Nothing, and now he's running his siege tower like way in just to get killed. Oh, almost killed, I guess. 23. Yeah, you go for the gold block, and well, now it's gonna, I guess, whatever. You just kill me, says the siege tower. Yeah, you're going for the gold block, and you just let this. That's a bad time to go blind and not notice. Then you can see with the Pharaoh empowerment how fast these chariots come out. And now the gold block's over, and Kimo's been up 2 town centers. I don't even know why Shelty's coming forward like this. Kimo's not behind. Kimo's way ahead. That's a terrible place to fight. Kimo just aged up slower because he had a 2 town center. Fast heroic. So that's why. But Kimo's got... The eco was huge. The only thing that Shelty could have done here was gold block, and he didn't. Yeah, if you're. Yeah, I still like. I like Bast. If you're gonna do 1 town center, I think Bast Sekhmet is the way to go in this matchup. Because what's the point? What is the point in going Ta for him? I mean, he's not gonna use rain. You know, he's just gonna hunt his way up. Why go Ta? He's got absolutely no value out of Ta. The Bass gets you the Sphinx, and probably 2, which gets you a ton of map control and scouting early, and you get Eclipse, which you combine that with Scarabs, and even if this Migdal comes up, you kill it right away. No, but Shelty's so far behind economically, Dr. Phil. I mean, look at Kimo. He's got, I think he's aging up, so he'll just tornado the forward town center and kill the town center, Migdal, and Siege Workshop, and then that's it. Like, it's just the eco. The eco difference is gigantic. I'm not as good as I used to be. But I've played a ton of Raw Wars. And the 1 town center Ta is... Oh, man. Oh, that's a nice Locust. Chariot's cleaning up the low hit point units. And Shelty fighting under the Migdal, but this isn't... I don't know why you'd fight here. But yeah, 1 town center Ta just is such a low... The only thing you can potentially get is a gold starve. But you would be better off doing a gold... Your chances of a gold starve would be higher with Bass Sekhmet anyway than Ta Hathor. So yeah, again, just like last game, where I felt that Shelty lost based on his strategy decision. This game, Shelty definitely lost on a strategy decision. And now we're gonna have, yeah, the tornado's gonna come up here and should kill the town center. And Kimo's just got a bigger army, more eco. Migdal coming down. Something weird died. Town center, Migdal, town center. Yeah, that's it. And you got the. This is just how fast the wheels can fall off when you go for a gold starve and it doesn't work. I mean, potentially Shelty could gold starve on this. I don't think, even if he notices this Migdal though, I still think he's behind. Because Kimo could sell 1,000 food for gold and still be up. Yeah, Avengers are really strong. They are. 250 food, 25. So 2-2. Well played by Kimo there. But Shelty just played right into that. I mean, Kimo just played defensive, and Shelty didn't do what he needed to do. I mean, the gold block, that wasn't a gold block. One town center. Hathor. Again, what I'm just saying here is you know the maps ahead of time. I think you would at least prepare and be like, okay, I'll probably be doing this on this map. I just don't know why, of all the strategies you could think of over, the week leading into the game, how you come up with this. Like, I don't know. I'm not here to bash Shelty. I don't mean that at all, because he's a really good player, but this was just such a strange strategy to choose in a Raw war. Just really strange. Economically, just getting some value with that early, locust, slowing down bills and all that, but this is, I think, maybe selling food or something. Kill death ratio just behind gold. I mean, see, even with the gold block here, Shelty is still behind in gold, even with all of that early harassment on the gold mine. And yeah, this is, I think, selling some food. I would guess, yeah. Something happened. But anyway, 2-2 between Shelty and Kimo. Shelty thought he could out-raw the Kimo, and that did not work. I mean, looked really good early on. I need to get these guys lined up here. Get down. We need to line up. Get down. Get down, Ra. Go ahead. Get down. Alright, now on Marsh. Kimo has to do Ra again. Has to. And I don't know. I think Set can work against Ra and Marsh, because you should be getting that forward town center and a pretty decent eco that you can push. So I think we'll see Set v Ra. If Kimo tries, yeah, I'm regrowing the beard. I shaved it for a meeting, an important meeting at work. Oh, I forgot I have my smoothie. Man, I'm the most handsome cop. You can win if you're still in the loser's bracket. That's why it's called double elimination. Did I wear a tie? I did wear a tie. But we're going to move on. I'm predicting Set v Ra here. And I don't know, maybe Kimo was just trolling the first two games, give Shelty an advantage. Set v Ra. Okay, I thought that's what we'd see here. Yes, the winner of the losers plays the winner of the winner's bracket. But here we are, game number 5. We've made it as far as we can go in this series. Best of 5. Kimo is raw, and Shelty as set. And for some reason, Shelty's priest is not going forward. It is coming around the corner. And I don't know what. Why would you come down here to the side and not just go forward? And yeah, what does the raw player have? Okay, it's not really a great thing here. Oh, plus 10% cavalry movement speed. That's good for camels. Plus 5%. Yeah, you gotta get the camel. You gotta get this one instead, because actually this doesn't really work quite right. The blue crystal shard doesn't. The other one, Kopesh Horus. Heroes do more damage to myth units. Okay, okay. Alright, so the set player, it's pretty standard what you do. You just grab an early town center, and with your early animals, I'm really surprised that Shelty went down here to convert on the bottom. That's a lot of wasted time. I mean, you get the more benefit by going forward. I don't know why you wouldn't just go forward and start grabbing boar everywhere. Hey, belated happy birthday. Thanks. Appreciate it, Mr. Andy. Yeah, there's some debate about what the, whether there should or shouldn't be. Afraid of the Pharaoh, maybe. But, I mean, if the raw player is missing out on 25% empowerment, I mean, I'd probably take that. I think I'd be okay with that. Besides, you have the hyena, too. That can, well, I guess the Pharaoh would kill the hyena. I don't know. Well, yeah, the set will just grab an early town center. Could maybe be real greedy and grab this one, or just grab this one. The Ra, again, you might see like a 2-town center fast heroic. Yeah, the hyena wouldn't. Yeah, hyena would die. Or you could almost see the Ra going Bast here. But I think the Bast is a little bit risky into the set, because going Bast doesn't even necessarily get you map control. So you could try Bast. The safer option is Ta. It is the safer option. But he's really rushing this temple here. But no monument. Where's Kimo's monument? There it is. Ah, he forgot his monument, didn't he? He is going up top. The forgetting of the monument might cost him. He's gonna come forward and get this Mithril Horseshoes relic, I think. What's the other relic here? Oh, Tusk of the Iron Boar, plus 10% cavalry and chariot archer hit points. You talk about an Egyptian war relic, it's this one. Shelty knows it there. He's going to go up and get it right away. He knows the value of that. North still got gold. Man, that is like, I think even beta AOM. Oh, but this Pharaoh is going to wander amongst a couple boar here. And how close is Shelty aging up? 67. Oh, if he did a little path blocking with his boar, probably could have killed the Pharaoh, but I think it's too late now. He's trying. This boar's trying to come around the edge, but nope, doesn't quite get it. Gets stuck on the Pharaoh's butt. Alright. It looks like Kimo, because he advanced so quickly, cannot grab an early town center. Now the reason he advanced that quick, because he's a little bit afraid maybe of an early shift, potentially. I don't know, maybe not, I guess. Alright, so Kimo, yeah, Shelty's grabbing that town center. Where's this Pharaoh at? Down there. Alright. What does Kimo do? This is a very slow town center grab. Looks like he's gonna get it now with his gold villies. Very nice gold mines though for Kimo. Right here. Really nice. Shelty could have a hard time stopping the gold mining, because this one is kind of behind the wood line, which helps defend it a little bit more. Okay, Shelty's got the favor he needs for Shadoof now, but he's still hunting, so he doesn't really need to rush the rain too much here. I don't know why Shelty's building a granary when he can just get the boar to die here. This is kind of what he did earlier. And you can lure all the boar right here. Then you don't have to build this granary. Now you need to get your pharaoh randomly empowering for no reason. But it'll be okay. Alright, so Kimo is just waiting to get his Shadoof up. Be a little bit of a slow to town center age up. Does he have husbandry yet? He does not even have husbandry. Needs to get it. Shelty's getting husbandry. Kimo does not have the wood for it. He just started getting it, that's why. So Kimo's getting husbandry, plow. It's pretty standard. A lot of idleness here. Okay, he's kind of splitting up his villies. There he goes, there he goes. Pharaoh coming back to drop off his relic. He's really going to be happy about. Now we'll have the rain coming soon. Shelty a little bit yet to go before he starts aging. Hunt, hunt, hunt. So as set here, even with all the hunting, you're gonna be at or a little bit behind the Ra. What you have to do is grab both forward town centers and prevent the Ra from getting the second one, so that the set is always up town centers. What you do is the Ra is you do some early raids in heroic, but do a kind of a semi-quick mythic and try to get the town center back, whether it be with catapults behind walls or just the more straightforward tornado on it. However, if Kimo is able to, he shouldn't be able to get this town center. The set should be able to maintain map control. Set is up. Okay, 46%. Kimo is just now aging at 1%, so about a 857 age up to about an 830. Both pretty standard. We got hand axe. Ooh, no hand axe or pickaxe. I feel like Shelty could have about the, okay, he's getting hand axe here, but would like to see him get pickaxe. We see Kimo's already getting the second gold upgrade. And is walling off this mine. And walling off this as well. And walling off over here. Yeah, Shelty has pickaxe. And hand axe now. Okay, okay. Now putting together this. He really doesn't really want to lose his boar here. It's a lot of hunt. I'd probably could have, Shelty could have done 3 town center, given that he saw Kimo advance so quick as Ptah, because then he knows that Kimo isn't going to be doing any quick aggression. So here comes the Migdol here. Shelty, yeah, you won't be able to prevent this. Getting his chariots out. Again, I don't like to see like these giraffe come forward like this. You've got Villies gathering the slower pigs. Why not just delete your giraffe next to your town center, and then you've got more hunt? This wall doesn't connect to this tree line either. I don't like this. This is 450 food. you're kind of just throwing away next to the Migdol eventually. Shelty should be grabbing the front town center, or trying to. Kimo has just such a better eco since he's raw. I think Shelty probably. I mean, hindsight's 20/20, I guess. But this pressure by Shelty here is never going to get through to the Migdol. Building a siege workshop here. I think we're looking for, okay, the locust on these forward bills. I'll lose all of them, it looks like. Well, especially if they wander back into the flies. No, well, technically locust. Alright, 2 escape. That does not go up. I think the aggression on this gold mine is a mistake from Shelty. I think he just grabbed town centers and try to stay at 4-2 town centers. Because what you do is you grab the forward town center, get your town center upgrades, masons and fortified town center, and then put a couple siege workshops right next to it, and tornado won't ever kill it. I don't think you win by trying to push through this. We have the ancestors though, but only one siege tower. And we've got Villies aplenty with Skin of the Rhino. And we don't have this chariot shooting at the Villies. They're attacking the... Yeah, you've only got 2 siege towers. You can see the Villies just picking them off. The Migdol's still at 1600 health. A couple Basuchos. Shifting Sands is used to shift just the Petsuchos away. Kimo still has shift if he needs it, but now we've got the camels coming in from the back end. And yeah, this is like the all-in of death for Shelty here. I'm over here just rubbing my hair and my head in frustration. Because to me, this isn't the way you win this against Ra is set. Get the Petsuchos just plonking units. It's such low value that you would think you'd be able to get through all of this. Eco upgrades. Kimo's got nice eco upgrades. And Shelty, they're okay. But yeah, like all these camels will do pretty well, and now we've got the Villies coming forward again. Okay, now you can turn in. Just get the camels now. There you go. Not quite enough camels for this to be worth it. We do have the Petsuchos though that would live quite a long time. There you go. Camels on the priest though, that's nice, that's nice. Okay, hides in the siege tower. But yeah, Kimo, as long as this game stalemates the way it is, it's highly beneficial to Kimo, who looks like he might be trying to age up soon. Shelty might actually be trying to age up with the resources that he's got there. A little bit of idle. Yeah, he is. I don't think you age up here as the set. I think you stay heroic. Get your military upgrades, get your town center upgrades, and then just stay 4-2 town centers. Age 4 Horus. I don't think that's what you do here. We got Dueling Horus, so 24% and 34%. So slightly higher. Rock This rock is looking hungry. We got a raid coming in on these vills. Actually, the camels aren't the super best of raiders. You could actually, I mean, 3 of them are almost dead too. So he should actually just turn and fight this villies. Yeah, there you go. And then you'll have to send a few units back, but like Shelty's just gonna get so much less value out of his tornado as Kimo will. Because Shelty could kill, use it to kill the town center, but he won't be able to keep it down. Camels versus chariots, what is the better unit? Actually, one-on-one, even though camels on paper look like they're pretty good against chariots, when you get to like these numbers, so now we have upgraded camels, I like the chariots overall. Especially if you can get your chariots in a little bit of a meat shield kind of a thing. And yeah, now we have Kimo getting his town center upgrade. And we have a very low value tornado. And now we've got the camels surround on the chariots. This is where now the camels do a lot better. This is a disastrous for Shelty here. And Shelty doesn't even notice this raid as one camel is killing units. And you can't let your chariots get surrounded. They always have to fight in like a choke point or behind units. Getting surrounded like this isn't good. And now we're going to have the tornado here. And this will kill the town center. Because Shelty is not getting his building upgrades. And now we've got the Avenger out. We got another Avenger here. Oh, the shift on the Villies. Oh, ho, 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 ho. And now we're going to have the tornado on this. And, oh, this is a huge raid because this is Shelty's primary gold. Now we'll see a raid on this. Probably tornado, I think. Oh, he did get the mithril horseshoes too. That's why these camels are so crazy fast. Yeah. So here's the tornado. That's going to level the siege workshop. Should get the town center unless it strays too far. It's kind of going down to the Migdal. But actually, if it swings back up. No, won't get it. He casted it a little bit too low. So it didn't actually kill the town center. But Shelty's eco is hurting. Now, he has decent in the bank, but he's got to replenish a lot of units. He's only got 196 gold. He needs to move more villies to gold. Also only has a second gold upgrade. Got the Avenger versus Avenger here. And they'll both die. Shelty's Pharaoh is way up there. Camels. How much gold we got here? 662 and 28. So we've still got 3,400 gold. And Kimo going pure camel, I think, probably because he does have the mithril horseshoes, which gives these camels how much speed? 7.2 speed. That's crazy fast. These chariots only have 5 speed. So there's no way they can keep up. Do we have crenellations? No. Got a market coming up for Kimo. Shelty trying to... these camels are just running circles around Shelty right now. These camels will probably even win against this. The Villies should be fighting or something. Yeah, there they are. So the Villies are turning to fight. This town center's still almost dead. Shelty's eco just isn't where it needs to be. We got... Hey, Ivan, hello! Oh, if Kimo comes up here... well, and the kill-death ratio, I'm pretty sure that Kimo has killed a ton more units than Shelty has. 101 to 78, yeah. And Eco's actually Shelty is pretty even, but Kimo has a lot more on the board as far as units and stuff. And oh, he's gonna come up here. These camel raids are just absolutely shredding Shelty right now. Like, he can't reliably get any eco, and like we see, he has chariots, but they're out of position. We got more chariots here. He's starting to build some spearmen. These fillies just... Oof, oof, oof. Camels probably should have retreated a little bit sooner than what they did. But now they're... Yeah, that's still high value. And like, Shelty just keeps sending, like, these catapults keep coming out one at a time. And they're getting surrounded by the camels. And now we've got another raid coming, and Kimo is setting up his trade route. Shelty still does not have that last town center either. And now we have champion camels. Getting crenellations? No. Kimo does need to grab... Oh, he might be building a Titan. No, he's only got 7 favor. Yeah, there should be some walling occurring, for sure. These raids are absolutely demolishing Shelty right now. We're gonna have the camels come in from the front and the back, so they'll kill the catapult eventually. This is actually... We see that... Look at the micro here. So Shelty's chariots we're all shooting at these camels and forgetting. Oh, he does have chariots there. This is a good fight for Kimo again. I mean, he's just got... Does he even have the pierce armor upgrades? Look at this. He's got all 3 pierce armor upgrades. At this point, fighting in the open like this, the chariots are almost obsolete. What Shelty needs to do is put up like 3 or 4 towers here with crenellations, and then keep the catapults underneath them. But he doesn't quite have the eco for that because of these intermittent raids. Like, yeah, another raid here, and again more Villies idle. And Kimo's getting his trade route going. He's out of gold now, as far as like to mine, but now chariots. Now the chariots will find the. And again, these camels with 48% pierce armor. They just live forever against these chariots. Chariots just can't kill them. Do you upgrade to 50? See, not even really any spearman upgrades either. These chariots, it's getting shredded. And spearmen are starting to clean up, though. We don't have a ton of don't have a ton of camels here, so not too bad. No, didn't deny the TC, so Shelty's grabbing it. Kimo's score is really good because he's got the techs. I mean, he's got 3 armory upgrades. Shelty almost has no armory upgrades. Kimo's score also is in the technologies, and his kill death ratio is probably still insane. Bit of a chariot raid coming forward. Yeah, the camels are fast because they got the relic. 7.2 speed. Right there. Kimo's gonna grab a Titan, I think. There's no way Shelty could... I don't think there's any way Shelty can build a Titan. Because Kimo has just got crazy eco. Yeah, camels with the relic are really good. And We'll kill all these vills. Kimo doesn't need these vills anymore, so what does it really matter? Kimo can also defend this kind of permanently with just mercenaries. Because I think Kimo, how's his eco? Yeah, pretty solid. Did he sell a bunch of gold, wood? I think he sold a bunch of wood. And he just keeps raiding. Like, raids here, raids here. Shelty has no one mining gold at the present moment. He has 2 gold in the bank. This is nice pressure, though, right here. On the trade route, but eventually these... You get a lot of value out of this Avenger. Right now. We got a catapult. Okay, just killing a few buildings. Getting that. Yeah, but just the mercenaries and the chariots. Yeah, he has no farms and no trade, so like at some point this is going to derail. I mean, he still can hunt a little bit, but again, this not where he wants to be fighting out here in the open like this. Another Avenger, but we've also got a Avenger from Kimo here. Avenger v Avenger again. Okay. Oh, don't lose your Avenger though. Maybe heal him. Man, idols for a while. I mean, Shelty's got so much going on. It's hard to hunt late game. These catapults are just so suicidal though. It's hard to hunt, keep on your hunt late game because them going idle and crap. Actually, despite... Oh, your Avenger. Oh, that's too bad. Shoot. Shelty, Shelty, Shelty. Adds no eco. Nothing. I thought Kimo would get a temple. Yeah, Kimo just has a crazy... Like, Kimo could defend the spot indefinitely because of the mercenaries. And Shelty can't afford to make his own mercenaries. I mean, he's making them, but he can't afford it. He doesn't have the eco for it. Here comes just two camels at the end of the world. Okay, the catapult coming down here. Still no walls at all from Shelty. None at all. He got a few villies coming forward. What's he gonna do? It's not... it's not quite over yet. He's still up the 4-2 town centers. I don't know why it's taken Kimo so long to get his siege out. It looks like he's building it now. Well, maybe building it. But he needs the walls for the camels. It isn't about the raiding. It's about keeping his chariot safe. He needs the walls up here, just at the front, so that he can hide his chariots. Because he's going pure chariot into camel. And the mercenaries. And the mercenaries and the camels just keep killing his chariots. And his catapults, too, are also what's big. Like, at some point, Shelty could have potentially done the tower, but now he's just resigning. And, hell, I mean, look at the score, and he had no eco, so it is GG. So it is an epic choke. Up 2-0, and Kimo comes back 3 wins on Ra in a row. Man. Shelty looks so good in the first 2 games, albeit against Kimo Zeus, and then Kimo switched to Ra, and it's like Shelty just had no answer. And I feel like in all 3 games that Shelty lost, he just strategically chose the wrong thing. I thought he'd go Eggy. Shelty's pretty confident in his Eggy play, and he's actually pretty decent as Eggy. I just think here he just got caught up. The last two games he got caught up just in the choosing the wrong strat. I mean, here was less of the wrong strategy, but the attempt to push on the gold just wasn't going to work. What he needed to do, I mean, you have to make units to kind of pressure. But you don't go all in like he did. Instead, you kind of stay a little bit more defensive and go up 4-2 town centers. Get your eco upgrades, tech up your town centers so that a cheeky tornado can't kill it. And then you're up 4-2 town centers, and even if you're behind economically, as long as you stay full pop and don't let yourself lose a town center to tornado, you should be in pretty decent shape. And he had the opportunities here. I mean, I feel like Shelty played this pretty poorly, and the fact that he was able to last this long says that given the right strategy, this Avenger, given the right strategy, Shelty could have done a lot better here. But well played by Kimo. And again, I don't want to sound like maybe I do sound like it. I'm not here to blast Shelty, but it's just the wrong strategy or the wrong gameplay here. It really wasn't like out microed, really wasn't mechanical. It was just the decisions in the last three games is really what cost Shelty, which is too bad. Economically, I mean, this is actually a decent spot to be in at this point. Ravi set here. It's just Shelty should be he should be at 4 town centers teched up at that point. He lost. I mean, look at the kill death ratio. This is so big. He's lost 307 units to the 198 of Kimo. Now some of those are animals, so no big deal. But if we're looking at the kills, 274 to 185 in any sort of mirror. This you can't afford this at all. You can't win like that in a mirror matchup. But well played by Kimo. I mean, kind of threw 2 games of Zeus and then really was kind of some dominant Ra in these last 3 games. And Shelty had his chances, just couldn't quite do it. But that's it for tonight. I know you want another denial, but we can't manage that. So let us finish up our little scorecard here. Ra set, and the Ra wins. Happy belated. Thank you, my man, or my lady, whoever it may be. Ra 3 games in a row. Win, win, win. Well, technically the round 2 is for the second round of the double elimination stage. But it is round 1 of the losers bracket. So it's kind of hard to notate. So we're going to check out the brackets here real quick. So spoilers if you have not seen them. You might want to turn the stream off. We're going to update it through what I've streamed. So this isn't up to date chronologically because I don't know some of the game results. But the brackets. So we will update Kimo with the victory 3-2 over Shelty, down 2-0, comes back and now has the pleasure of moving on and playing against players. So from my understanding, again, no spoilers, these 2 matches have already been played. So I'm going to stream one of these 2 tomorrow. So I'll let you guys pick. This is like I don't know if you guys were into the choose your own adventure books when you were young. I used to read those books. So you guys, how about you choose your own adventure? Tomorrow night, starting about the same time. What do you want? Do you want player versus Kimo? Or Matreiuss versus House Ravage? Let you guys think about it a little bit. What do you guys want to see next? Player v Kimo, Matreiuss versus House Ravage. Obviously, we got this bigger names in here. Player v Kimo. This could, man. I tell you what, going into up against Skady, player was looking pretty untouchable, and then player couldn't touch Skady and looked really vulnerable in that series. I mean, it was against Skady's Aranos and didn't look good. So I don't know. I mean, I would have thought player would be the one to go win here. But not so, not so. We got Scotty versus Joe in the winners up there. And then we've got player versus Kimo. I would think that whoever wins this will win here. I see both these as being better than both of these players. I mean, player already dominated Hell's Ravage. The guy you had to play you was player. Are you serious? Oh man. How long ago was that? Was he even around back then? Are you sure it was him? But anyway, so okay, so I think Skady wins Joe. I do. Hmm. I think he does. I think he just Carico trying to spoil or maybe not spoil. It's not worth it. Any of these series is worth it, my man. Um, Not spoiling. Is it a spoiler? I think he's just trying to play with us. I think he is. Huh. We'll see. Oh, the other thing I have for you guys coming up on Thursday at 19:30 GMT, there's a little AOM vanilla tournament. 16 man tournament. For the original Age of Mythology. And I signed up. Why not? I love tournaments. And I play against Grand Monster Thursday at 19:30 GMT. I'll probably get spanked because I have to play Norse for two of the first three games or something stupid like that. So I think I'll probably lose two of the three Norse, and then it's on AOM Vanilla, which isn't, there's no auto queue, and I'm kind of relying on auto queue at this point in my life. So, but we'll see. Whatever. Do I have player versus Scotty streamed? I do. Sorry again, some of the people. I think I spoiled it earlier for them. What may not have been the results. Um, you're sure it was play? You're 100% sure? Because I didn't think player came around until like 2010. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I best go to bed. So tomorrow night, same time, looks like we're doing by popular vote, excluding Carico, who maybe wanted to be the grump in the chat. We'll do Kimo versus player. And then Thursday at 19:30 GMT, we'll do me live versus Grandmaster. I'll probably lose. I also have to make sure AOM works on my computer because sometimes there's kind of issues switching from Titans to AOM, so I'll have to figure that out. But anyway, this was a nice series. 3-2, Shelty looking good. 2-0 heavy game. Maybe I'll pick Archipelago for you in this tournament, Ace Man. But probably not. No Archipelago tonight. And then Kimo with 3 straight Raw wins. So thanks for watching, everybody. There's some. Ask player how old he is. I mean, you said 100% sure. I'm not going to doubt you. I mean, what year was it? Are we talking like 2004? I mean, it was when Kevin's still on the site, so it had to have been pretty early. 2004, 2005. I don't know if player was even around then. He wouldn't have been good. Which maybe that's why you got your money back. But pick it for this tourney. Well, I don't know. Whatever. I'll take you for your word. You know who you gave money to. So, anyway, that's it for tonight. Appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys watching. We had a good crowd. And we'll see you hopefully tomorrow night with a really good series, despite what Carrico says. Grumpy old dude. He probably, yeah. Anyway, good night, everybody. Catch you later.